Hi, I'm Alina from the band ROBSE, and you are listening to Rockum Radio.
Hi, Alina. How are you?
Oh, I'm really fine right now. I was really excited, so I'm happy to be here right now, and yeah.
Well, I have some question for you here.
Sure.
Well, how did you join ROBSE, and what has your experience been like with the band so far?
Okay, yeah. Actually, it's quite a funny story because I know some of the guys for a longer time, so we are friends with Ollie, Dennis, and Marco. And when they joined the band first, they asked me to record a few backing vocals, and because they knew I sing, and well, I did. So that was the first step in general to simply join as a female vocalist on some backing lines like I's and O's in operatic or folky style. And well, after that, I came to a photo shooting and they asked me to make a few promotional pictures with them. That worked really well and it looked really good and together. And yeah, then one step came to another because they also searched for a keyboarder and it suited really nice. We had the same vibes. Yeah, so yeah, that was a little bit the development, and then I joined the band. Most of the songs, or let's say some of the songs, were already written, so I couldn't join on many, but a few like with backing vocals and stuff, and one ballad, so and duet, so yeah. That's mostly all.
Okay, Harlequin and Career will be released on August 16. What can fans expect from this album?
The album will be a really great mix out of different genres. So it's a little bit difficult to say what kind of genre the complete music is. We would say like it's epic death metal with a few more influences, perhaps. Like, well, we have a various mix out of different genres. We have, like really brutal sounds with guitars, really heavy guitars. We have, ROBSE's really harsh, epic vocal style. We have there's different genres influences, for example in Flames style a little bit, Immortal, so there are so many different things, but to speak for me, there are also some folk things I contributed, like a little bit folky vocals. We also have a ballad, so it's a various mix. We have drinking songs. You might have heard Von der Schenke zur Taverne. It's more like going with your friends and having a beer or two and
Party.
A party song, yeah. A party song, but also some serious songs that deal with wars, with negative things in the world, but also most of all songs that deal with friendship, that wants to keep you motivated to follow your dreams, and so it's a mix out of things that moved us during the time.
The band recently released a single, Hey Storm. Can you tell us more about the inspiration behind this song?
Mostly the song was written by ROBSE and the guys, so I haven't contributed that much regarding the lyrics, but I can tell you in general what it is a little bit more about. Hey Sturm, translated is more like Hey Storm. That's a little bit obvious. It's like facing the problems and the storm in the world, to stay motivated despite obstacles or something like that. So you keep moving forward despite rain and waves crushing in front of your face, and you simply follow your dreams and never lose the motivation to keep going. So that's mostly the main thing behind the lyrical part of the song, I would say.
Okay, the inspiration, like you go through the problems. Hey Storm.
Yeah, right. You just like call the name of the storm, like you can't do anything because I'm too strong. It's more like this kind of energy.
How has it been working with ROBSE, with Robert Martin, on this new project after here, Jenner with Equilibrium?
It was really nice so far, and I think we turned out to be really good in collaborating and being friends, but also to work on a really effective level together. The complete group is like one. I lost the words I want to say. The complete group is combined, and we are all like really good in teamwork. So each of us has different qualities and different tasks, and I think in that kind of short time we really created with the album a really epic thing. Like we really were able to contribute our parts and to make one complete great album out of our abilities and influences. So I can only say that so far it worked really nice and really effective, but also that on a more personal level it's really funny and open, and we can talk about anything. So it's really a nice way of working together when it feels more like not working but being friends, and to create one thing together, you know. I don't know if I explain myself good enough and if the idea, but it works so good, yeah.
Talking about that, what challenge did you face while recording and producing Harlequin and Krieger, and how did you overcome them?
Do you mean in general, like all of us, or personal? Because that's a little bit different. Both, okay. Well, I think one of the biggest challenges was time, because we had not that much time to complete everything. We had like our visions, but of course we all have like jobs, and it was difficult to sometimes combine, to have the normal day job and same time to make like the songs, to record everything, to edit, to create promotional ideas for videos and stuff like this. So that was a little bit challenging, like to deal with it despite having the jobs beside in our normal life. So
what the message do you hope fans take away after listening to the album?
I don't think that we have like one big message, because each song is totally different in context and in genre and everything. So I think the best would be if people listen to the songs and they can kind of reflect themselves in it, like see themselves, see equal visions, or to keep them motivated, or to touch some feelings and souls. I think that would be really nice if people just listen to it and feel like, wow, that's really nice, or I really love that melody, or it really keeps me going through my daily routines, or when they drive to work, when they listen to it and they feel good. So I think that's the biggest thing we can achieve with the music and with the songs, that people like it and that it touches some people. It may not be the thing for everyone. It's never, and it would be boring if everyone would like the same. But I think that would be really nice if some people really want to, if it keeps them going, if they want to party after it, if it's just like, if people feel it. So to combine that,
One day a musician told me that the message is the feeling, you know?
Yeah.
You feel something, you felt something, that's the message.
Yeah, because that's the reason why we write music, right? We have our own ideas and feelings and dreams, and we just put it into songs. And it's more like a kind of messenger, like a transmitter or something like that, we put it in there, you listen to it, and hopefully you feel something like we did when we wrote it.
What role do your keyboards and backing vocal play in creating the distinctive sound of ROBSE?
Well, I think it adds some special effects to it. For example, I mostly play, the keyboard sound I chose is mainly for live music, like for the shows.
All right.
Because in the songs we have like an orchestration and a lot of special effects and stuff like this. So speaking of the keyboard sound only, it adds the symphonic epic part, I think, to the live performance. Regarding my vocals and the backing vocals, on that matter I would also say that it adds a kind of folky, symphonic vibe, a softer vibe, especially when you compare it to ROBSE's harsh vocals, that it's a little bit carried by a lighter voice in some of the parts that need another emotion transmitted. So for example, Hey Sturm, there I sing like a few backing lines, operatic style in the background a little bit. Von der Schenke zur Taverne, I mostly did like a backing vocal, a female backing vocal on the chorus to have kind of duet vibe with ROBSE, and a folk part. It's more like an acoustic folky part where everyone can sing and dance. And for example, the ballad Lied der Nacht, it's like a ballad about a new start, a new beginning, about friendship, about a chapter that ends, but also a chapter that begins, and that's more like the story of ROBSE combined in one song, in one ballad. That something old dies or is ended, and something new begins with us, with a new band, with a new part of the life. And I think that a lot of people can feel it too when they see, okay, something ends, something starts new, and it's never the complete ending, so it keeps going forward. And I think it adds a nice something when we sing together, and when we build it a little bit more up, like the softer part and the harsh vocals. So yeah.
Could you share any interesting or funny anecdote that happened during the recording of the album?
I remember, or no, I have to think if I can tell it right. There was this recording of an acoustic guitar, and it was really funny because we did a lot of things to make the acoustic guitar. It was a little bit older one, and we did a lot of things to achieve the specific tone of sound, but it never really sounded clear enough and nice enough, and then we thought, okay, perhaps it didn't work and we can't record further because the guitar hasn't the sound, and we wanted to quit. But then Marco came with the idea to have a kind of how can I say it, to soften the page, the sides, the strings with something, and then the sound continued to be really nice and clear, and it didn't sound that funny when I talk when I talk about it right now, but the moment was really funny because we nearly gave it up, and well. Okay, to answer, I don't know, to be honest. That was the first thing that came to my mind, but yeah. And you need to ask ROBSE for funny things.
Okay, the band will be performing at major festival like Wacken and Summer Breeze. How do you feel about this upcoming performance?
I feel really excited, of course, because these festivals are really big, and I think, ROBSE played on the festivals like in the past with Equilibrium many times, I think, and for us it's the first time, so we are all a little bit excited, but in a positive way, because we think it will be such an amazing experience to have such a big crowd just celebrating with us, just being happy and feeling the songs. So I personally look really forward to it, and just to have the complete experience, like to be on stage and to feel the energy of the people, of the crowd, and I think it will be an amazing experience to play on these festivals.
Alina, do you have any favorite song on Harlequin career? Why is it special for you?
I think it might happen that I say a new song for each interview because I like nearly all of them really much. My favorite so far was Hey Sturm, because I really liked the message and the vibe of the song. But of course, there are also some that aren't released yet. For example, of course, I also really like the ballad. It's a really soft song that gets a little bit harsher at the end, because I love the vibe. I love the message too. And I really like Viva la Caída. It's more like a darker song with a few symphonic influences. And there are a lot of different influences, so I really like it.
What artists or bands have influenced your musical style and career so far?
On that part, I can only talk about myself because the guys have, of course, other influences than I have. What? Sorry?
This is a question for you.
Okay, good. Thank you. I was influenced by a lot of symphonic metal style, for example, Nightwish and Epica and all these kind of genres. I like them really much. But also a lot of Nordic folk and folk music. I really like Vadruna, for example, Eivor, Kalandra, and all these kind of styles that are a little bit more Nordic, medievalish. Lorena McKennitt, it's more like a softer Celtic tune, Celtic singer. So for me, I personally have those symphonic folk influences, but also soundtrack music. So it's like a mix of these three genres, I think.
Okay. How would you describe the chemistry between the band members and how that is affect the music you create together?
Mostly, I think it's the kind of friends part that we understand each other in such an easy way. So it's not that it's like in some other bands maybe that you have like a more like a business group or stuff like this. That's not with us. So we are really we are vibing on the same level, I would say, and that influences the music that we all have our free space. We can all add our ideas, so it's a mix out of different influences and ideas and types. And I think that's really a plus in the music because it's not, I wouldn't say that the songs sound so much equal. I would say that the songs are really various in sound. And I would say that's a plus. Also that you can talk about anything. So we are communicating all the time, and when not only about the band stuff, but also about funny daily life stuff. So that gives it really a good vibe, you know. And I think on stage you can see it too, that we are just like happy doing our thing, and that makes us also so happy.
Beautiful. What are ROBSE plans for the future after our release of Harlequin and Krieger?
So far, of course, there is a second album we want to release and more. So we are already collecting some ideas for new songs, and all I can say is that we won't stop. It's just the beginning, and we want to play more festivals, more shows. But we are really open in what is to come. So we will just simply keep going, doing what we love, and then see where it takes us. So, yeah.
Are there any Canadian dates on the way?
So far, not, unfortunately, as I know. But who knows? Perhaps that can change in a few weeks or months or a year. I don't know. But it would be so lovely to come over and to visit. And on this point, also a shout out and happy greetings to everyone who listens right now.
Is there anything else you would like to share with your fans and our listeners about ROBSE and the new album?
I would say just that if you really want to have like a various new wonderful album with different influences, and in case you want to learn or search a reason why to learn German, you probably should listen to the album because most of the songs are in German. We have one English song, and it simply gives good vibes, and I think that's the main message.
Okay. Well, Alina, thank you very much for your time. I wish you the best. And you're young, you have a award completely for you, and go forward.
Thank you so much. It was really lovely talking to you. And well, I wish you a wonderful day. And who knows, perhaps we will meet each other soon or later.
Maybe I go to the next backing.
Yes.
It's in my bucket list for years, huh?
Really? And why aren't you here this year?
Pandemic one.
Yeah.
Another thing happening in the world. The prices rise a lot here in Canada. I think in every place in the world.
Yeah.
It's different. And that's stop all the plans. Ooh, I have my bucket list. One is backing, another is Japan, and oh my god.
Oh, Japan. It's on my bucket list too.
Yes. Well, Alina, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you too. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you. Bye bye.
See you.